Morbidly obese influencer complains that she had to walk to her airplane seat after staff refused to push her around in a wheelchair. Thinks obese are also entitled to free double seats. Okay.
My ordeal at SeaTac Airport will shock you. This experience I'm about to share with you is yet another example of why employee sensitivity is desperately needed. I'm a plus-size wheelchair user, and on a recent flight to the SeaTac Airport, I requested wheelchair assistance, as I always do. When it came time for me to deplane, I saw the employee who would be assisting me with my wheelchair waiting for me in the entry of the jet bridge. As I approached her and she realized she'd be assisting me and not one of the smaller passengers, she started to walk away with the wheelchair while making comments about my size. Even when I told her I really needed the chair and needed her to let me sit down in it, she blatantly ignored me and kept walking.
I think that if, like, you're actually disabled, they probably should push you around. Like, for example, if you can't walk, like, you know, you've got one leg. But, you know, a lot of people, just because you're overweight, that doesn't really mean that you're disabled. It just means that you're fat.
I was then forced to walk up one of the longest jet bridges I've encountered, and she didn't stop. By the time she let me reach the wheelchair and sit down, my lips were white. My oxygen levels had dropped, and I almost fainted. This was my first time flying without oxygen. This woman just assumed I could walk and would rather me do that, instead of her having to push someone my size up the jet bridge. All the other attendants wheeled their passengers up the jet bridge, but my needs were disregarded. This is discrimination. Nobody should be treated this way. Share your story at change.org/size travel.
To be rude, but lady, the poor employee probably couldn't physically push her around in a wheelchair. Hold up, high-calorie woman wanted to be pushed like a toddler because she doesn't want to walk. You have to have, like, some sort of... Like, imagine if everybody said, oh, well, I have to get pushed around, right? Like, this would create a lot of problems in life. I think that really the pushing thing is like, yeah, we can talk about that as much as you want. But, like, the, thinks obese people are entitled to free double seats.
So you want to hear my hot take on plus-size travel and why I think every plus-size traveler should get a free second and even third seat on an airplane?
No, if you want double seats, just pay for 2 seats. It's really that easy.